everyone, this is Charles Laughlin. I'm managing editor of BIAKelsey, and welcome to the April 1st edition of a BIAKelsey Analyst Roundtable. We've got two of our analysts with us today. Mike Boland, say hi, Mike.
Hi, everyone.
And we got Abid Chaudhry. Say hello, Abid.
Hi, folks.
All right, so today's edition is a little special. Each of us are going to throw out something we've seen recently, either in the new product area or the new startup business area, that we think is new and exciting and maybe a little different and a little groundbreaking. So, Abid, we're going to go to you first. What have you seen lately that looks interesting?
Well, it's out of left field, but I thought it was an interesting story for today, and I wanted to mention it. So it looks like Facebook is getting into a brand new business category, and this week they actually went and purchased for $2 billion the virtual reality company Optimus Prime for the purpose of basically creating a brand new market for the company to allow for people to like and share and poke each other on the internet. And what Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg said this week to allow people to understand more about what Optimus Prime will do for the platform was that imagine a world where you could actually go and shop for local products and services in your underwear in your living room without ever actually having to leave the house or be social with anyone. It's actually the anti-social network brought to you by the biggest social network in the planet. And I'm actually pretty interested to see what the implications for local media will be, because I think that for people like me that don't like to leave the house, it actually works. It sounds pretty awesome.
Groundbreaking, even. So, Mike, that's really great. Mike, what have you got for us? What's new?
Sure. So I guess we're having a Facebook-themed day because, following the Optimus Prime announcement, Facebook has two other pieces of news that I want to focus in on that really show their interest in bringing the news feed and bringing their products to more places and more formats, and they're really kind of firing on all cylinders there. So two items I'll go over briefly. One, they just announced the acquisition of a company called Cranio. And Cranio essentially works in brain science, and it was founded by brain scientist and former Handspring founder Jeff Hawkins. So basically they specialize in the brain's visual cortex and olfactory center. So without going into all of the scientific granularities of that, basically using the Facebook API, they developed a way for users to basically consume the newsfeed without any computer or mobile device. So this is really the post-PC era, as we say. So anyway, it's basically a timed-release capsule of organic compounds that essentially projects the newsfeed image directly on the brain's olfactory center. So really getting nitty-gritty into the brain science. So essentially, when you close your eyes, you'll be able to see, all your friends' status and birthday wishes and pictures of their kids and all that good stuff. Facebook's also announced that you can basically see this when staring at a white wall, and they're going to continue to develop the ins and outs. Second item, very briefly, is that Facebook announced that to commemorate their upcoming anniversary, they're working with NASA and with Texas Instruments, and TI is very big on projection technology. So basically, high-powered digital projectors to project the newsfeed directly on the moon. And this is going to happen on their anniversary, which aligns with the next full moon. And then they're going to continue to do that to commemorate their progress as a company and plans for international and interstellar expansion by doing this every full moon cycle that follows after that. And Mark Zuckerberg was actually quoted in saying that, with NASA's research and exploration to find new habitable spots in the galaxy, Facebook really wants to be there as the go-to place to, post pictures and say happy birthday to people that you hardly know, and, all of that good stuff. So projecting the newsfeed on the moon is really just a symbolic gesture to communicate these goals for gaining interstellar market share of social media. So a lot of big stuff happening there. Brave new world.
Hey, Charlie, you know what? Interesting. All right. What I think is really interesting about between the Optimus Prime purchase and the new moon projection services and brain science things that Facebook are doing, that there's going to be a lot more implications. I know it's not local media related, but the ability for users to be able to play Farmville by staring at a white wall is something that's pretty groundbreaking. And I wonder what's going to happen when Yelp and Instagram and some of these other large competitors to Facebook get wind of how this is going to progress for them and what services they might come out with to compete. It's going to be a pretty interesting time.
Yeah, I mean, because I've said happy birthday to a bunch of people I don't know today, and I'd much rather do it on the moon. I think that would be so much more awesome. I mean, wouldn't that be great? So here's mine. I just got one very quickly that I've come across recently, and it's a new company called Blurt, and it was started by two young guys in an internet cafe in Slovenia.
Is it Slovakia?
Slovakia. I think maybe it was Slovakia. It was a European country. And if you want to think of it very briefly, it's Flutter meets Snapchat. So it's basically microblogging for the postmodern era. And so it's essentially, say you're a celebrity who says whatever comes into his mind and then regrets it moments later. you can do this, and you don't have to go back as you would on Twitter and sort of chase it down and erase it. It erases automatically, and it's like it never happened 30 seconds to a minute later. You can sort of modulate how long they sit out there. So it's really about people who don't think about what they're going to say, but they want to say it anyway. And it's a very modern concept for the way people behave and think or not think in our current society. So, and I think it really aligns well with a lot of the edgier brands out there. I think, you know, Ultimate Cage Fighting and 5-Hour Energy Drink would just be perfect for this. So it's really an awesome, amazing new product, and I think it's going to catch on. And we may have them at one of our upcoming conferences. So I don't know. I guess that's it for our April 1st edition of the BIAKelsey Analyst Roundtable. I want to thank both Mike and Abid for joining us today, and that's all we have. Thanks.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Mike.
Thanks, Charlie.